right, we'll start off by saying all praises unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Akakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone.
That's right.
And shalom to the hopeful elect out there that are teaching His word, man,
Yep.
So yeah, we're out here, man. Just another, basically holding camp, man, out here, man,
Yeah, man.
It had to be done, man, because circumstances and stuff,
Yeah.
We're just out here teaching, and we're going to curse this place out, man. Get some scriptures out, man.
Alright.
We're out in this frog,
Yeah, man.
So we can even, we're actually in the frog, isn't it?
Yeah. Frog.
Yeah.
Frog City. Frog City. So alright, so this is the first scripture.
Yeah, go on, bro.
Alright, this is
And this frog. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's right. And like, when you observe these frogs, they're fucking stubborn and unclean, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, frogs give birth like rats, man. This city is fucking overpopulated.
Yeah, and it fucking makes you sick, man.
And then even, do you remember when Captain, brought out like all the information that there's actually like
Who?
poo, man.
Yeah, because it's built on the Thames.
It's built on the
so
Thames.
it's literally built on a pile of shit.
You know?
That's why when you get on the tubes and stuff,
underground,
it stinks, man.
It stinks, man.
Like if you haven't been on there in ages and you go on it,
Yeah, that happened to me.
you start getting dust in your nose.
You want to sick, it make you want to throw up.
You start seeing, even someone told me yesterday there was like around a certain area, and they just kept seeing rats, bro.
Wow.
In the area, just running outside the shops and all that. So it's built on, it's a sewer, it's a literal sewer, this place.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't a place, it's a worker bee's place, man.
And guess what? It's going down.
Yeah, it's
Going down.
Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Exactly. That's what the Lord's men always did when they came back. See, when they were born and came back into the societies they were in, what did they do? They cursed the kingdom out, man, of war and of evil and of pestilence. That's what the prophets did. Which, what does the word the prophet mean, man?
It means to say it before.
They prophesied to say before. And what's the spirit of the Lord? The spirit of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy, man. So it said, and they came and they cursed places out pretty much of war free. That's little do you people know, man. That's where this place is heading. It's heading into the Third World War, man. There's all these people walking around getting the yabs and all that. You don't. This was happening. Watch the things when you see post-war how Britain was.
Oh yeah.
People was shopping normal. Then they get told that war's about to happen. That's what's happening now. You people are just living, so-called living, but then you're gonna get hit with harsh reality.
What film is that? Is it Children of Men?
Children of Men.
You know the one that was at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
The explosion happened.
That's Children of Men.
That's basically that's what's happening out here, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and things was happening.
Things
man.
was happening. But because they're such a zombie state, they're fucking desensitized to the truth that's happening right before their eyes, man.
But that's the Lord, though, man.
I have a scripture.
They say, go on, man.
This is Jeremiah 6:14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of. It says, they have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people. It's like the saying, peace, when there is no peace.
Yeah.
And then if you read up, it talks about the false prophets.
Yeah, because that's they basically teaching of peace.
When there's no peace.
And they ain't exactly, because we're not in a time of peace, man. Even we can get that
Ecclesiastes,
because this ain't a time of peace, man. Because going back to Jeremiah, he was reading that, and it said about the war, evil, and pestilence. That's the place that we're in, man, right now. That's the society we're in. That's what's coming. That's what you're supposed to say, man. There ain't no time of this is another thing I'm thinking. It's like you got these people with these things in their arms, right? You're getting played anyway. But the funny thing is, look, man, most of these yokos are gonna get drafted. There is gonna be a draft, man. You're heading to those times, man, and that's biblical.
Yeah.
Right? All these feminist women that want to be men, they gonna get drafted.
Yeah.
You know, these effeminate dudes, they're getting drafted, man. That's the time you're in.
Okay. Oh, in fact,
all these dudes that want a guy that wants to become a woman, he's gonna get drafted.
Yeah.
A woman that wants to become a man, she's gonna get drafted. Now you're gonna have to test that metal.
Yeah.
You're gonna be put in Iraq all of a sudden, or wherever, somewhere in the Middle East. You're gonna all of a sudden be in Israeli Uzi going off over your head.
Yeah.
You'll be in the Middle East. Go on, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what it is?
Yeah.
Like, it's like these fuckers gonna get the absolute shock of their lives, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what it is? It's like, you know when people see like films of a zombie apocalypse and you know they see these films, people think it's just films. Films have meanings, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's called what? Addictive
programming.
Programming.
And
you know?
they're hidden meanings for the elites and for us.
Yeah.
Because that's what the movies are about. Every time we watch a film, don't you see something spiritual and you're like, damn, that's happening now.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure if you go back, there's movies showing you the MOTV. There's movies showing you this.
Well, there's movies showing you the jab.
There's movies showing you the yab. There's movies showing you everything.
Contagion.
Drafts. There's movies showing you decadent societies.
Chariots.
Chariots. Ooh,
The Return of the Lord.
Yeah. There's movies showing you pestilences.
Yeah.
You know, outbreak, contagion. There's the movies in Contagion.
Yeah.
It was Wuhan. It was the shit started in with Moab.
Yeah.
In that film.
Yeah.
That's actually predictive programming right there. It was Wuhan.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And even like you know, like, for example, do you remember the scripture says that basically everything is made two and two. Now we are teaching prophesying righteousness, and Esau's got his own men that prophesy things like through what films.
That's
what
what it is.
Or even
That's
what's
what
his
it
name, like Albert Pike. You know he talks about the 3 wars and such. And you know, people say, oh, see Albert Pike, or what he says happening. Well, it's in the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway,
and all of them top like so-called Illuminati peoples and that, the Lord's the one that really was giving them visions and inspiration for things and things that they spoke about that's coming to pass. That's not because they're great.
That's it, right?
You know? Yeah, go on.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5. That's the spirit. Boom. You know?
Yeah, which tomorrow is remember the 5th of November.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Guy Fawkes Day, right? Yeah. So hey, this place is gonna go out with a bang for real. Go on, Matt.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the time, the season, that the day of the Lord shall cometh as a thief in the night.
But that's what we were speaking about. That people, the sleep people with the yabs that are gonna get the drafted and whatever they're gonna get. It's gonna hit. Reality is gonna hit them, and that's how the Lord does things. Because He said He's coming back as a thief. He's gonna come back. See, reality's hit us already, man. We know what's happening.
Yeah.
But reality is gonna hit people in this world hard, man. Especially when the Lord returns. When He makes His second coming, He's gonna come, and it's gonna be everything you didn't even ever imagine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about the people that don't have the spirit to know what's going on. It's gonna be everything that they never even imagined. First of all, you're gonna see a Jake, a so-called Negro coming from the skies, man. Like with electricity beaming off him. You know what I mean? You're gonna see him angry. You're gonna see ships. His ship he's coming in is gonna be basically like a mountain. That's how Ezra's described it. A mountain that you couldn't even see one end of it to the other end of it. That's his one alone.
Yeah.
Let alone all the other ones that's coming, man.
You know
These
what?
zombies ain't. You people ain't got whackpots ain't got a clue, man. But that's what it is. So they said he's gonna come as a thief, man, when you least expect it. You know what I'm saying? So and that's far from, and that's how a thief hits you when you least expect it.
I have a precept on that.
Yeah, we always go into that. That's how we always break down. A thief hits you when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Your house is burgled.
Yeah.
You never saw it coming.
Yeah, that's it.
You know?
This is Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
Yeah, there's gonna be distress of nations on the earth, man. Yeah, that's that when the day of the Lord, pretty much, man. You're gonna have remote tribes, you know, like Jakes in the Brazil that are in the Amazon. They're gonna be distressed. You know, you're gonna have them remote, Maasai tribes in them desert lands. They're gonna be distressed because you know they live out there.
They live out there.
And you got people that live in wilderness parts of the world too, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna be distressed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not contrary to popular belief or what you fucking see on the media, not everywhere is like built up cities, man.
Mm-hmm.
These are just like these places they exist and stuff like the Babylon cities and stuff. But most of the world is vast, bro. Wilderness places.
I'm just gonna say that because
So-
to when things get worse, man. Really, like you know these people in these Native American tribes or African tribes, just you know the people have farms and cattle and grains and crops. They ain't gonna be affected as a people who's plugged into the system, who actually needs a tube to get to work to get food, or a person who actually needs to go in a corner shop to fucking buy some milk.
Or a person that needs their phone 24/7
Yeah.
because all their money's on it.
All the
their-
money's on it.
All that's how
Their
people live.
investments, their crisp. Because
Like,
like
you just see one
yeah.
dude was walking by, he's just on his phone, you see him.
Mhm.
You don't even know what's in front of him. These robot cities, man.
yeah, like really, when the things get fucked up, the most fucked up places to actually be in is in these towns and cities.
Of course. They're gonna get. This is when it's gonna be bad, man.
gonna be
Because
bad.
imagine when Esau's locked everyone into these towns. That's just not here. Imagine America. How many states is there in America? There's 50.
Yeah, about 50 states.
And when the Lord locks down New York, then he locks down Jersey, then he locks down LA. You can't go to San Francisco. You can't go. They're gonna go nuts, bro. You're all caged into these. People don't like each other out here anyway to begin with, but then they're all caged into these areas, bro. When the people are caged in here, they're gonna lose their mind, man. You know, they're gonna lose their mind, man. Yeah, you can't get your food delivered.
No, that's a prime example.
Laundry
A,
delivery.
a truck cart with a guy driving like a small car
Yeah.
is for laundry. Like,
Yeah.
you know, people in these tribes, even people in just parts of the other world, Ghana, people wash their own clothes with their hands, man.
These people,
Yeah, these
you have to
people
get
are
some
so
dude to deliver it to you.
Yeah, some pedophile,
Like food.
like their food.
He's probably delivering some dude's shirts and
Yeah, and then probably after he finishes his 5 hours there, he fucking goes and gives people food at their doors on bikes.
yeah. Go on,
But
go
anyway,
on.
this is and it says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars,
Yeah.
and in the earth, distress of nations.
That's when you get like things like blood moons or
Yeah.
or like occurrences in the sky that
Like-
is not normal.
like, do you remember the last time it was up north in Captain's Town? Remember there was like there was like I think
That's a sign.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I believe the brother was going into it. It's like the last time that happened, Jake it was Jake ruling,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So that's part of stuff that's happening, man. Like that's them signs, man, in the heavens, man.
Mhm.
Go on,
And it says, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations.
Yeah, and that's happening now. The people are you know, you live in these box places, but you see what's happening in the world. People are in distress, man. You know,
They're losing their head.
they're losing their heads. And while this is all happening, the elites of the nations, they're making their plays behind the scenes, gearing up for the battles that's coming. So there's definitely distress. But when shit really gets, even now the petrol prices are skyrocketing,
Food prices.
food
going up.
prices are skyrocketing,
Food shortages.
food shortages are happening, you know. So that's causing this. That's already making people on edge, man.
And then even
yeah.
it came out so like in an article that basically like in a couple months all NHS staff basically have to get jabbed to work, man.
Yeah, there you go.
So that time and then
and there's some of them that don't want it.
there's some of them
Some of them don't want it. Not all
that
of them
don't.
have even. Not all of them got it.
yeah
Some don't even want that yabs and all that.
exactly
Or you're gonna have to get and that's gonna be global. That's like gonna be global. You have to be yabbed to do anything. You know, it's gonna get like that, man.
Yeah.
You have to be yabbed to work in like the hospitals. You have to be yabbed to work in a pub to pull a pint. You know.
and it says with perplexity. So that's like, you know, when you're just like, for example, you know when a bomb goes off,
Yeah.
people like
Yeah.
don't know what to do with themselves.
Dazed.
They're dazed. So that's what it actually means to be like
Flex.
perplexed, man.
Yeah.
Like You're just basically confounded. You don't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah,
Well, that's what's
all
happening.
messed up.
Look,
But
that's
that-
what's happening.
Yeah, and that goes. You see that as well. Yeah, that links up with the knowledge shall be the stability of our times.
Times,
Because
yeah.
we're not going to be perplexed.
Mhm.
You might see some shit that shocks you for real. You might see some extreme things, which we are going to see. But we ain't going to be like the people out here because we have some understanding as to what it is. So they're going to be perplexed, man. You know? Yeah. Of going everywhere. So like even it's normal to hear of like, you know, terrorist attacks and shit as well. You know, some dude, knife wielding dude. Like the other day, an MP so-called supposedly got stabbed up.
Which is your fucking fault.
But it happened,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So, but it's normal to hear that.
Yeah, even in it.
You got-
Like it was in the fucking headlines. For
If,
like
if
a
that
day.
happened 20 years ago, it would have been a bit of more of a shock.
Even 5 years ago,
Now it's normal. A MP, he just got stabbed by some
guy, bro,
Yeah.
it was in the news for like a day. It didn't
Yeah.
even fucking.
But that's a big deal.
that was a big deal.
Yeah.
It didn't even get mentioned.
So an MP, so that's like the kings. They're not regarding their
Kings or princes.
But that just shows you the mentality of the people because no one ain't even uproared about that. So they all everything that's so called out there is becoming like the norm in this king. That's like children and men.
Yeah,
Bombs going off, people still sipping
lattes.
lattes or whatever it is, like with chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah, and marshmallow.
You know?
I have a point. If you go into the word perplexed, it means to embarrass, puzzle,
Yeah, puzzle people. That's that. They're gonna look.
Bewildered.
You're gonna be looking stupid, man.
you're gonna be like, oh,
The fuck, like
You're
'cause
gonna
that's
just-
why it says far beyond what people imagine.
yeah,
Man.
yeah,
You're gonna be looking stupid, man.
entangled. So like
Yeah.
you're just trapped.
Just like now, even now, for example, now the way the elites they've done things here, these zombies don't know what the hell's going on. They're perplexed now
Yeah.
at stuff that's happening now.
Yeah.
You have to come. Didn't they say, look, come and get one yab and it
And
will
it's
be
done.
done.
Like, that's what
Then
happened.
it turned to getting two. Now you gotta get a booster. Now you gotta get a triple booster. Now you gotta get a
now
triple quadruple booster.
and now you know what they said.
Get one.
You know what they said? That it expires every 6 months.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking membership at a gym.
Bro, look, man. There's a video of Jacob Rothschild, yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's him and his daughter, yeah, and then it's like a recent one, and they bring up the COVID, and you see them smiling.
Yeah,
You know, there's this pandemic,
Uh-huh.
COVID, and then they're not laughing like that. But if you have to be in the know to know,
Yeah.
it's him and his daughter, and they're like laughing.
Yeah.
But you have to know if you watch it with brothers, you see it, and it's them kind of like they're smirking. You know this COVID thing,
Yeah.
You have to see it. because you'd be like these elites are laughing.
Fuck
They're sitting back getting yacked.
Yeah.
like off their $500 dollar glass shit. You know they drink that shit that's expensive.
Yeah.
They're getting super yacked, laughing at this. It's a comedy show to them, and it's a comedy show to us.
It is a comedy show to us, man. It's
A
funny.
dude with people walk around with big visors.
A visor and 2 masks underneath and a fucking
Ooh.
jab.
Yeah.
And an insurance jab. Like, you know what it is about these fucking.
And a triple
I was
booster.
gonna even say,
Yeah.
you know, there's people who've taken like different jabs from different companies. Like they've taken the Pfizer one and the other one,
The
to try-
Johnson and Johnson.
to try and make it work together. Fucking monkeys. But anyway, let me finish this. And it says, and
That's what you are, man. You sick fucks, man.
And it
It's
says-
sicko show. Go, man.
it says the sea and waves roaring.
That's
Men's
right.
hearts
Yeah, the
failing.
sea and the waves. Yeah, because hey, when the Lord comes back, man,
Chariots.
them chariots, they're gonna make. Look, man, it's gonna be like tsunamis.
Yeah.
Tsunamis, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Because
see
that's
them-
going to move to and fro.
Yeah,
Drunk.
the scriptures talk about islands being swallowed up by the sea, man.
Yeah, be moved. Yeah.
That there'll be no more. So the Lord's gonna make like waters roar.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
He's gonna make earth. You know that them earth shattering. He's gonna make the earth crack, man. Waters flooding cities,
Mm-hmm.
buildings collapsing. Because you gotta remember that when the Lord brings
He's
Esau
coming
down,
with fucking anger, bro.
this whole place is gonna be laid flat, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no fucking high-rise buildings and all that. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
laid down.
Yeah.
Like when you watch Superman, Zod when he came, remember he had that world engine,
Yeah.
and he put it in the earth, and
Earth was just
it-
fucking up the earth.
because it makes the earth like Krypton.
Yeah, you remember
atmosphere.
because remember when he went into the ship he couldn't breathe. He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like,
He's not used to.
this. He's not used to this atmosphere.
He-
And he kind of told him this guy has to get because he spent so much
Time
time on Earth
yeah.
that he's become a part of this shit, you know.
Yeah. So when he came, he put down the world engine and
Yeah.
it started destroying.
Yeah.
You know, it was making the making the Earth like their planet.
Bro, and if I'm not
So the
mistaken,
Most High is gonna flatten this shit, man.
bro,
Yeah.
remember the Independence Day that came out a couple of years ago. Remember the chariot came
Yeah.
and it was building.
That's dope. The CGI is dope.
yeah,
man.
it's better.
It's more like. It's more. Hello,
Straight.
mate. Hello.
Hello.
It's
How
more
you
like.
doing? How you doing?
It's
What you saying, brother?
The CGI was great on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because it showed you the
Cars building fucking.
kind of give you a kind of people as well.
Yeah, people.
We're just like getting like pulled up and it's
Yeah.
dropping.
Anyway, it says, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming to the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And
Exactly.
then,
Exactly.
and it says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And that just shows you, he's not a fucking cloud, bro.
Yeah.
If he's coming a white,
That don't even
full of
exactly.
moisture,
Exactly. But it,
why the fuck are
but
people
bro,
gonna
it
be
says,
scared?
then shall they see the Son of Man.
Yeah.
So how can it be like a cloud that evaporates?
You know, it's coming
It's,
down.
it's talking about chariots, man.
Chariots, man.
Because when you go into when you read the scriptures, it's parabolic, man.
Parabolic.
But it takes faith to know understand that.
And
Because
bro-
it talks about clouds,
Yeah.
pillars of fire, you
Yeah.
know, flying rolls.
Yeah.
That's talking about the chariots,
It's
man.
it like in English, it's called what a simile. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like you know the person says he's fast as light.
Yeah.
He's not actually light. It's comparing the speed of light in the sun to him being fast and
Yeah,
you know
he's
what I mean?
quick.
Not like even a person says what as strong as an ox.
Yeah.
He's not saying he has the same strength or is an ox. He's just saying
He's strong.
He's very strong. So when it says a cloud, it's because what? Clouds abide in the sky and clouds move, bro.
That's it.
That's why it's called a cloud. Because clouds abide in the sky and clouds move. So that's why in some scriptures it will say the chariots, because those chariots are swift and are powerful and they move. Or sometimes they might say a cloud because clouds move. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what it said. Then shall they see him, the
See
Son
him.
of Man, man.
So-
Coming with power.
So
And
he's
he
gonna
said,
appear.
You're gonna see him, man. But you see all that he's gonna make all the people distressed, perplexed, stressed out,
I've a precept.
messed up. Then you're gonna see him. Imagine you're stressed and messed up and fucked up at what's going on. Then you see the Lord.
Bro, you might
come in angry.
You
Some people are gonna literally drop dead.
And
People
shit.
can die instantly from fear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And really, like if that happens to you, that's mercy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? But yeah, it's true.
People gonna drop dead, man. Literally, man.
I have a precept that was posted on the comment board.
Yeah, you know, you see people say that, say, drop dead. You know,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
The Lord's gonna make you drop
Well,
dead.
that's what's gonna happen.
Literally,
Because
you see
because
him.
in that work day, your life's ambition and all that shit. Obviously, already people gonna be catching hell. But in that precise moment, your life's ambition, my dreams are hope, they're all gonna be you're gonna realize in that moment that's not happening.
Yeah, because
And you're gonna see so much shit.
Yeah,
Stuff you've never seen before.
yeah, because the reality you thought was real is not even the real.
It's not real, man.
You know how these people that the reality they think is real, that Esau's laid before them is not even real. So the reality, what's that saying the brothers always say? Truth is strange
Then fiction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the real reality is gonna be far beyond what you even could have thought of in your mind.
In your mind, yeah.
That's what that's how the
Oh,
word
well,
is.
a
Like,
prime example is this.
Most High is gonna make yo
I just say this, bro. Like
Yeah.
prime example of this is these
shock
chariots.
y'all, mother.
And these chariots, these people think is green men in there. But what's gonna be stranger than that? With Jakes and Froze,
Yeah.
with red eyes,
Yeah.
flying and shit and stuff. They're gonna bug you out. But
3 heads. Go
yeah,
ahead,
no,
go ahead.
no, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
Because in Ezekiel, it mentioned the angel with 4 heads and 4 feet.
Like this place I'm at, it's funny you reminded me of something. This place I'm at, yeah, they was doing this training. And you know what she said, yeah, the lady, she said, You know the company that I'm,
Yeah.
it's like it's one of them new old order companies. Anyway, this lady, she was working there. You know what she said? She said someone came in and said to her, "Your company." I'm not gonna say the name. They put a chip in my head. He said to her, "You know what the lady said? This is like a manager." She said, I just laughed at him. He's crazy." Yeah. You know, she goes, "I just laughed at him. He was just crazy. He actually walked in the building and told her, look, your company, they like, you'd think he's bugged out. He was going, they've chipped me. This company." You know, that happened, bro. So, but you know, I was like, you fucking piece of shit, man. That's real. This dude, go ahead. You know, like, you know, when you do, what I'm doing is like low shit.
Yeah,
you know, when you're employees with them places, you're plugged in.
You're plugged in.
Yeah.
Have a quick
But
one.
there's someone said that. I said, you fucking zombie, man.
Yeah.
Because that person was saying some real shit.
Real shit.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because the truth is stranger than exactly.
This is for the brother Marshall Yamyan, right? Shalom. It says this is Matthew 13:11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it's not given, man. Right? So even these chariots, that's it.
Boom.
And guess what? Like in the future, those sounds gonna be missiles, man.
Yeah.
Or a boom off a chariot, because you know when chariots go fast, they actually have a sonic boom. And I remember this. Remember, it was a couple of years ago. There was a sonic boom that I heard in my house, shook my house, yeah. And I checked online, and people could feel it in Cambridge, and
far away from here.
far like 50 miles away from here. And I checked on Twitter, and there was people in other places going up towards the Midlands that fucking could even hear it, man. And then later, some information came out. It was a fighter jet. You know, it was bro. That's bullshit, man. Because some fighter jets do cause booms, but that
You're not gonna hear that.
you ain't gonna feel that.
Come on, man.
100 miles away, bro.
Yeah,
Those people are 100
Esau's
miles.
F-15.
Come on, what the fuck, man?
Esau's F-15. Go ahead, go on.
No, but that's the point. That's the point. The point I was making is, so when that happened, people was equating that to a little plane that, no, I don't believe that. People were feeling it fucking like 150 miles away from London.
In other cities.
In other cities. And it shaking the house. That shook my house, bro. And that's the same thing that's coming, man. You know, because when these chariots come, which people call like unidentified flying objects, well, guess what? It can be identified.
They're showing you that in the news now. They're showing you that in the news. These people are such idiots, man.
Yep.
It's fucking stupid, man.
Yep.
Go on, man.
All right. It says
You deal with, like, you know, these people got act like they're like children.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
Hey.
Let me know, Z.
Yeah. All right, mate. Yeah. That was a nice one, yeah.
Go on, man.
All right. Yeah, and this is Luke 21:27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh.
He's gonna come with power and great glory.
And people like that ain't gonna survive, man.
You know, power and great glory. Because when the Lord comes back, he ain't coming like that whole image they paint of Yahweh Shai, right? Well, not even Yahweh Shai, but let me not say his name.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, he's that. And it's funny because the other day, right, it was Halloween, yeah, and I was outside and that, or whatever, making my way home, and you had this fucking this homo dude and that dressed up as Cesare with the fawns on his head, and then he had the white robe and that, but with the fawns, and I was like, that's the spirit, because Jesus is
a mole.
He's a flaming homo, man.
Yeah.
That false image, should I say?
Yeah.
And he had some dude with that, and that was his Halloween party trick.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The blasphemers.
Yeah.
So that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
So I see that, and I said, this place got to be destroyed, man.
Yeah.
That's why in the Lord, see, what did that just say there, though? That he's far beyond what you expect. right?
It says,
You know, these people, they get scared of a Jake now. Imagine you Howard Shy, man.
yeah, with superpowers
Yeah, because he's not gonna come like
and angels.
like yeah, because the Lord ain't coming like a fairy, is he?
Yeah, and he's coming.
That
he's
ain't
coming
painted.
He's coming with his angels, man.
Exactly.
He's coming with his angels. Like that's what people need to understand. You know when you see, you know when people hear about spirits and demons. You know people think it's a joke, man.
Yeah,
it's not a fucking
it's
joke,
real.
bro. It's real. Spirits exist, bro.
Exactly.
You know these people. You know these fuckers. You know, oh yeah, I'm going to work. Then in the morning, I'm go for a run, have a coffee,
Bro.
and then go home and eat
The
a TV
fourth
dinner.
kind, the fourth
Yeah,
kind.
yeah, oh yeah.
The
yeah.
Lord tore up that whole. He
And
put
it's based on a true story.
It's a true story. And then the Lord put us. He basically and it's a remote town. But you watch
Yeah.
the fourth kind. The Most High plagued those Edomites there.
Yeah.
Like in that town. So imagine when the Lord opens up in these main places, bro.
Yeah.
Like plagues the people's minds when they're sleeping.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he was making people levitate. Yeah, and it shows you the footage of the dash cam.
Yeah,
from
the dash
police,
cam, the police.
And the ship came, and the flash came, and the child was gone. And then they said, remember the woman? She said, "Give me back my daughter."
And he
man.
said,
and he said,
yeah. And
"Child mine,
Child
like,
mine.
He said something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Right.
So you know, that's the Lord. That's the Lord really, and that was fierce.
Oh,
When you hear that,
let me read this.
go ahead, bro.
Job 18:14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's-
that even applies unto Esau, like in his elites and his council, man. You know,
Yeah.
because when this is happening, remember when this is happening, all these elites gonna be in the bunkers. Because they're gonna be in the bunkers and have their, you know, I don't know, like the
Because
TV
they're gonna-
systems.
Yeah.
And be seeing it. Shit.
Yeah, because they're gonna get
No.
they're gonna get their agenda but so far.
Otherwise, he eat.
But remember, in their brain, they really think they're gonna accomplish
Yeah.
what they. You get what I'm saying? Even though they know that the Lord's gonna bring them down, they
They
think they're gonna
disappoint
accomplish
the
it.
Lord, yeah.
So when it all comes tumbling down,
They're gonna be-
like even now, everything they're
bugging out.
pushing, right? Not everyone wants to get V'd, and they're having trouble with people. Then remember, you got the certain so-called white folks in America that
Yeah.
they're tooled up. They don't want to get V'd and
My 357.
so there's things that's happening that's even out of their reach now. So that's why, you know, they're gonna come down with that draconian laws even
yeah.
more. But that shows you, man, like they're gonna think they're gonna get but so far. The Lord's gonna just twist them all up, man. Have them all jacked up, man.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't gonna go as smooth as they think, or they're not gonna win, basically.
Yeah. So what does the scripture say? That his confidence shall be rooted out, and it shall bring him to what? The king of terrors, man.
Yeah.
Because you think like, bro, do you remember that video I got posted in the group chat of the Jakes in the car crash?
Yeah, they
And
were
they
mangled
go like,
to pieces.
bro, there was a nigga, his shoulder was touching his back, you know?
Yeah.
He was twisted up, and then you asked him
That's
Jake.
the judgment, man.
You asked him Jake in the passenger like, it was
Judgment,
done.
boy. Judgment.
But that's just one judgment.
Yeah. And
No, he's the king of terrorists.
And, you know, that was gruesome
That was
to look
gruesome.
at.
That was gruesome.
And then you say that's imagine
Yeah,
looking at that all every day. That's
No,
not a reality
that's
for
not
us.
reality for us.
But when you see it, like shit, man, you can't. There ain't nothing to play with, man.
This is Job 20 and 23 posted by the same brother. When he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of wrath upon him,
Yeah,
and shall
when they-
rain upon him while he's eating.
Yeah, when they've got most of the people yabbed up, not yabbed, MOTB'd up.
Yeah,
You know, yeah, they've got them in hordes, and you know, basically they got the society how they want. Everyone is a serf, and they're on top. When they're about to fully accomplish that,
Yeah.
that's when the Most High is going to take the kingdom from them.
That's it.
Because when America's destroyed, when Babylon gets nuked, that's going to fuck everyone up.
Gonna fuck everyone up.
That's going to fuck up everyone because the elites, they're more than likely going to be
Yeah,
here or different parts of,
Australia,
Switzerland, wherever they got their little spots at.
Bunkers, yeah.
They ain't going to be in America, man.
They ain't gonna be in there.
And when when Babylon gets nuked, man, because that's in the scriptures, that's biblical for you Christians. So when that happens, right, that's gonna mess everyone up, man.
Oh,
That's gonna mess them up when that happens, man.
Yeah.
Them elites, they're gonna get messed up because they're gonna see it, you know. And that's their like cash cow.
Yeah.
Babylon is like the cash cow of the elite. That's why everything's like your normal burger here is triple the size there. You know what I'm saying? Or your normal drink is triple the size there. That's like the big experiment where they rake dough in.
Well, that's Revelation 18.
Look at that big ass experiment.
This is a big ass experiment.
That they just rake their cash in.
This is Revelation 18 and 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every hateful and unclean bird, man.
Yeah, man.
So that's talking about, you know, after that destruction takes place, man. Right? Basically, the only things that are going to be there left and living, like it's all these scorpions and creatures and birds that
Them
can,
animals that can withstand that terrain.
Destruction, man.
Yeah,
Right?
they can live in there. They can actually live there, survive.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
it.
What does it say? For all nations,
Don't affect them.
for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, that's the.
And what's the wine?
Yeah. Everything that you see happening in the world, everyone follows it from Babylon. That's the light.
Well, a prime example is this: the first LGBT movement started where? In Babylon. It spread out through the earth. The first transgender surgery started over there.
It spread to the earth.
Spread out to the earth, man.
Yeah. Even on levels like in South Africa, you got like gangs called the Americans.
Yeah.
They call themselves the Americans. And then they got the cats back.
Yeah,
They're like Jake.
Well,
Which they're Jake,
yeah.
a lot of them. But I'm making a point. They call them the Americans.
Well, it's in a Ghana. There's a place called Kumasi, and there's it's a nickname is Kumerica.
America.
And it's basically, I'm sure you've seen in the past year. There's Jakes who make the music in Ghana.
I seen it.
That's like their set. That's what they call themselves.
They're Kumericans,
And
yeah.
funny enough, those same Jakes are in right now. Are in America. They're like on a tour. But that's the point.
But that's the point. Everyone
You know?
follows the beacon, the wine, the philosophy, America, man. You
Yeah,
know, that's
yeah.
that's which proves that ain't the Vatican.
Come on, man.
You know, because it says no one ain't followed the philosophy of the Vatican, man, throughout the world.
It's part of the unclean spirits.
Right,
It's
but-
part of the system, but it's not Babylon.
But the helm of it is Babylon.
It's Babylon. Yeah.
That's that light everyone follows, man.
That golden city.
Yeah, the all the like the belief system,
Belief system.
you know.
Right. And
Yeah,
back,
man.
it says, and
It's true. Even down to like the way you speak, that comes from where? America, bro. Most of the slang comes from Babylon, man.
yeah. Oh, the
Not just slang, but just the way we talk.
oh, even this,
You know,
the industry of music.
music.
Of
yeah,
what? Hollywood films.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean? It comes from there.
exactly.
What-
Yeah, and
what-
every star and every person in every other country
Yeah.
that's in the, let's say someone's in the film industry here.
he's trying to get to America.
When if they break America, they've made it.
They've made what? Yeah.
That's a saying.
That's a saying. If you
That's
can make
actually
it
a saying. Even with
yeah.
musicians, if you can make it
In
in
America,
America, that's it.
you make it anywhere.
You've made it.
Yeah. So that's Babylon, man. And it says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, has become the habitation of her fornication. Now, so why is it called wine? Like it's alcohol, and guess what? See, alcohol intoxicates you. You know what I mean?
Drunk. They're drunk.
So what? They're actually drunk, and all these people are like intoxicated by these false doctrines, man. So all these minds and like all these nations have come forth and drunk of that fucking American wine and become all kind of confused, man, and bugged out, right?
Yep.
And it says, and again it says the wine of what? Fornication.
Yeah.
So like an actual wine can't make you sin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you have a beer,
Something after.
you know almost like if you have a beer can't make you sin unless you go and do something stupid that's off.
Yeah.
But so that's how you know it's talking about a spiritual wine that actually makes these people sin. So which is
Yes,
what they're adulterous.
Yeah. That's
You
it.
know?
Exactly, the doctrine.
It's a doctrine.
Do as thou wilt.
Do as thou wilt.
Do as thou wilt. Yeah, because see where Esau is going to be doubly destroyed is because they said they laid their foundations on the Bible. This is a biblical land. God and you know, over my dead, the Bible and my gun. You know that. You know, and the Britain too. Britain's meant to be the Queen's land, which go where in Britain. Britain's meant to be a Christian country, biblical country, man. Everything's meant to be governed by the Bible, but nothing's governed by the scriptures. Really governed by the philosophy of Babylon,
bro.
You know, straight.
You know.
This is a Christian land.
It's supposed to be.
God and the Bible.
Yeah. Hey, bro. You know what's crazy? I just went into that word for fornication, right?
Yeah.
In that verse, yeah, it says illicit sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
Lesbianism.
yeah.
Homosexuality.
That's democracy. That's democracy.
Idols.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's how you know. When it says the wine of fornication, it's talking about all that doctrine that encourages that way of life.
Democracy. Why do you think them tallywhackers, them Taliban, they go so hard that they don't want America in their country, man?
Yeah.
Because what? Life. They don't want that in their country, man. It's the same thing. So that proves that that's Babylon.
Bro, it says
that
homosexuality, like the place that pushes it, like the country that, like, for example, yeah, I'm gonna say this, like, for example, like in a Congo now, if someone posts like a video of some creeps being killed, man.
Yeah.
What does America do? We condemn these actions.
It'll be on Fox News.
It'll be on Fox News, and guess what? Sanctions get on Netflix.
Of course.
So that doesn't prove, man.
Of course. But that goes into that, man. You see what you're pushing there?
Yeah.
What you said there goes into that. That's that democracy.
That's that, exactly.
And you know what you should add on that list as well? Stupidity. You know? Because this is the place where the most stupid people reside.
Yeah.
The dumbest people reside here, man. You know, you can ask the average person, that's America, but also here.
Oh yeah, because it's
ask most people, that wine, people are so stupid because they're on their phones. Ask them about where's this country. They couldn't tell you. Or what's the capital of this place. They don't know, most people. You're dealing with like, this is the most stupid time, one of the most stupid times we're in. So you can add that into that democracy list. You can add stupidity on there, man.
Yeah, because they're fucking stupid.
Lesbians, stupid fucks,
well,
idiots,
yeah.
people with no brain cells, dummies, that just drink jugs of fucking slush puppy.
Yeah. Well, again, you know what that actually proves that?
Yeah.
Because the wine makes you bugged out.
Yeah, it does.
The wine makes you stupid. But I have a quick point. This is Revelation 17 and 5. To actually prove it's not actual ancient Babylon, because it's Iraq. You know they say ancient Babylon. No, when it says Babylon, it's Iraq. No, that's ancient. But it says mystery.
Yeah.
Mystery Babylon the Great, which is America, man. Let me read it anyway.
It's hidden.
And it says,
but it's coming out now.
It's coming out.
Everyone, look.
Bro,
look at Biden.
Yeah,
Biden's the rule of the land. He shits himself.
Yeah.
You know, like he actually.
Yeah, he pooed himself the other day.
In the Vatican.
Yeah.
You see that, right?
Yeah.
And then he will do shows, and it's not shows. He will do
speeches
and fall asleep.
Fall asleep. Well, even
no, man. Everyone's seeing Babylon's getting it. That's
sleeping in the crowd, man. Biden was like there dozing off.
But
he was wearing a mask so he can hide his mouth being open. But this is Revelation 17 and 5.
That's them elites. They're having a laugh.
They're having a laugh, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro. If you think Biden is the supreme leader of the land, you're crazy, man.
The supreme leader, Biden, a dude that falls asleep halfway in conversation and shits himself, walking to his car.
Yeah, and this is your Revelation 17 and 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery. This is the disciple. You know, like how our apostles will say, Jay don't read words, man. Mystery, Babylon the Great. How can that be Iraq?
Yeah.
It says mystery. Now if you go into
because everyone knows Iraq was ancient.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that. They put that in The Exorcist and shit.
Yeah.
They show you that, man.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Iraq. That region, Iraq, was ancient Babylon.
Yeah.
You know.
But here's
Everyone
mystery.
knows that, man.
Exactly. Here's mystery, and then,
Exactly.
And if you go to Revelation chapter 1:1, it says to show his servants things which must shortly come to pass, man. So it means all the prophecies that he got was for in the future from that point of the Roman Empire.
Which even lines up with, like, here's you got all these kingdoms in the scriptures and in history,
Yeah.
but then the Lord forgot about America, bro. Are you mad? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Like, this is Rome all over again.
Come here.
Jordan Maxwell even says that. This
yeah.
is nothing but the second leg of the Roman Empire again.
Yeah.
And if you look at
Yeah,
look
it
at
is,
the similarities, you know.
Yeah.
We know it anyway. We know it that it is biblically.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
even if you just look at things in this society, it's exactly the same as Rome, bro. Even things like the dress code of people.
What's that, a chariot? Over there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, but
Even things like I see it. Even things like the dress code of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the sandals that people wear in this
Yeah,
kingdom.
yeah.
That shit, you see that in Rome. You
Yeah.
see those things when they compare
even
the 2021 sandal to come on, man.
the
This is Rome.
infrastructure.
The
The
infrastructure,
actual-
the way the politics is,
yeah.
the way the armies ran. It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Well,
This is
well,
not
even-
people who live here is as if this place is like it never has a model or copied anywhere else.
Mhm.
It just came out of nowhere. You fucking idiots, man.
Yeah.
I'm sick of these fucking stupid fucks, man. You know, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Boom, we just born. You're here.
Yeah.
There's nothing before.
Yeah, well, the scripture says there's nothing new under the sun. And then even what? The
Fucking
capital
stupid.
building, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, it was built to scale to an ancient temple,
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly. And then even in the
then-
NATO,
oh,
when NATO, I believe it was NATO, when they had one of their main treaties, what was it called?
Treaty of Rome.
The Treaty of Rome. Look it up, man.
Yeah.
So this is nothing but an ancient kingdom, but back again, the second leg of it, man. You know, and then today you have what? Democrats, Republicans.
Yeah.
What do you have in England? You have the Labour Party and the Conservative Party. That's nothing but them Roman parties back again. Plebeians, patricians. You know, one that's for the people, one that's for the blue bloods, meaning the rich. It's the same thing, man. But then they all had, you know, elites over them, so to speak. Go on, Max. Sorry, bro. 'Cause I was-
No, there's nothing wrong with that. This is Revelation 17:5, right? And when you read the scripture, you know, with understanding through what we've been taught by apostles and our elders, it's clear that is America. This is Revelation 17:5.
the Vatican, you know.
Like, come on, that's bullshit.
Bro, yeah. Go ahead,
Let
go.
me read this.
Yeah, so go.
And it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. So what does that scripture say? The scripture says that this mystery Babylon is going to be the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. So all you got to do is just look at where the most abominable inventions come from in terms of the people, the mindset, the gods, the style of life,
The food.
yeah, the food, the most.
Yeah, because even that on that level, like the food of Babylon has like destroyed the world.
Yeah. Oh well.
McDonald's.
Well,
McDonald's destroyed
yeah.
the planet, man. For real.
Like in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Like you actually technically some of the most fat people on the earth.
Yeah, because they
They eat burgers.
they've got the philosophy of America. They've got more fucking fast food joints than
Dubai.
they're crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Like if you look over there, they have the fast cars.
Which is not even the thing is, you know what it says, it's going into that. But it's funny because if it was real food, it would, whatever in it, but it's actually poison.
Yeah.
They've actually put poison all over the planet. So that's one way they've destroyed the planet, man. And not to mention, it's not just the food, but the amount of rubbish that comes from the food, like the boxes,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
plastics. Where does that go?
Yeah.
That goes into the sea. That goes into, you know, your cities.
Yeah.
So, you know, that all comes from Babylon, man.
Yeah. So it says, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, man. Again, it shows you like. But if you go into the word for mystery, is mysterion, right? And it says a secret thing, a hidden thing, a hidden or secret thing, not obvious to the understanding. So that means this Babylon the Great, like it won't be just a thing that's so clear, but it's clear unto those who are his prophets, man.
Yeah.
Remember in Amos it says he revealeth his secret to his servants, his prophets, man. So we know what Babylon the Great is, man. You know what I mean? Like in it's America, right? It's so clear, and guess what? That a word means what? Confusion. So
that's the land of confusion.
So anytime you are saying Babylon the Great, so what are you saying? Great confusion, man.
I got something.
Yeah, go on.
Ezekiel 24:6. It says, "Wherefore thus saith the Lord power, woe to the bloody city,
The bloody city.
to the pot whose scum is therein,
Come on, man.
and whose scum is not gone out of it. Bring it out piece by piece. Let no lot fall upon it."
Come on, man. And that bloody city is America, man. In fact, all nations know that place was built of blood.
Yeah, well, remember when they went? Remember back then when Iran's leader was Ahmadinejad,
Yeah.
and he went to the UN, and then he said, "Look, basically, you guys are hypocrites to America. How can you say what you're saying to us, but then you kill Negroes in the streets and all that?"
Yeah.
And he said you took that land from the natives.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what them Yanks, you know what them silly Yanks, you know what them American dudes did? They got up and walked out. You know, they were ashamed and that.
And
pretty
hey,
much.
that
Because he cut you, man, with truth.
he cut you with truth.
How the fuck can you talk about you're helping other people, but you're full of shit yourself?
Yeah.
You're full of, what do they call it? Skeletons.
Yeah, skeletons.
So that's some bullshit, man.
Yeah.
That's someone that's like, you know, like feigns to help you, but has a knife to your back.
What's that? Psalms 55 and 21. No?
Go on. Yeah, there's some more on this. There's some more on this. Yeah, I've got it. So it says, okay, so it says, "Wherefore thus saith the Lord power, woe to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is therein." And then the Lord called it a pot of scum.
Yeah. Well, it could be because it's a melting pot
It's a melting pot, yeah.
of freak shit.
Yeah, and you know when you have like, imagine like, you know, you cook a big pot of food and you leave it to rot, like rice rotting.
Yeah.
And it's all scummy.
Yeah.
So that's like America. It's a scummy ass land. You can die on every corner.
Yeah.
You
The
know what I
valley of
mean?
shadow of death.
You can die everywhere you go. There's freaks everywhere you go. It's a cold, eerie place. So it says, "To the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is therein, and whose scum is not gone out of it. Bring it out piece by piece. Let no lot fall upon it. For her blood is in the midst of her. She set it upon the top of a rock. She poured it upon the ground."
Hey, whoa. Remember the scripture says that the blood of like blood defileth the land, and it shall not, and it can't be cleansed unless the blood is shed of who shed the blood.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's about to happen, bro. Can you get Revelation 18:3? Let's just read through some points. The spirit has changed. You know, we're speaking on Babylon now, which is America, man, and it's going down, man.
It's happening.
You're in debt. The fucking what?
Everyone's sick of it.
There's food shortages.
Yeah, no, but you know don't like it.
Yeah.
They're voicing it more.
The voice in it.
They've all got issues with it. And you know that was happening with Trump and shit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Trump was up in there. Everyone had problems with him. Man.
And it's spiritual, man. Even me, even before I came to the truth, I never wanted to even go to America. I never had a desire to go to America, bro. I got family there. I just wasn't really didn't care. You know?
Yeah.
God, bro.
Yeah. Just a lot, bro. In Revelation 18 and 3.
For a second, I thought you were on the border of blue and
Revelation 18,
Kind of looks like it, right?
Revelation 18 and 3 says, "For all nations, for all nations have
drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, man. And what did that scripture say? You know what? That's one that basically saying like that wine makes you a slip and stagger. I gotta find it, actually Psalms or something. Go ahead. So this was what's that wine, man? Again, it's something that we've already explained. The doctrines and philosophies, the false gods, the freak lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
No?
The lifestyle of Rome.
Rome.
Crazy. So it says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of, and you know what? You know this place is so fucked, bro. As well, yeah. Look at someone when they're young, then look at them when they're like 20 years later. They were living like rock and roll. You know they say live rock and roll lifestyle.
Yeah.
Then they just fuck later.
Yeah.
That's that Babylon lifestyle, man. It's not productive. You die in the end. You know? You die in the end. So look, I had to spit there. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yeah.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
And again, you know, if you go online and research this, fucking America imports more than the EU. And the EU consists of what? 28 or 29 countries, man. So you got one big hub that just imports. They import more per year than the fucking EU, man. Which consists of 28, 29.
Yeah, because it's
countries.
the largest consumer nation.
The word Americanization. You know, because it just shows you it's Babylon.
Yeah, it says. One second. I'll get it here. Shit, sorry, man. That's all right. Yeah. You're there. You want to just read the top part, yeah? Okay, it says. Okay, it says Americanization is the influence of American culture and business on other countries outside the United States, including their media, cuisine, business, practices,
so
popular culture, technology, or political techniques. That's why in Japan they got them suits on. And in Japan you got Hooters. Like in China you got Hooters. What's Hooters, man? It's them broads with the bigger tits, and they come with your food
in that.
Let's say you get eye candy and food. The broads with the bigger tits. So you get that in Japan and China and that. You got Hooters, man.
Yeah, and then
you got KFC. That Edomite with the beard, the Colonel. Popeyes.
You know what's funny? You know when I was in Turkey, like I was in a airport, man, and I saw I saw one of them fucking, these companies, man. I think it was like a Wendy's or something in Turkey. I was like, what the fuck is
that? The one with the Edomite girl with the pigtails? That's Wendy's.
Yeah, I think it was a Wendy's or something
in Turkey.
I said, what the fuck is that doing in Turkey, man?
Yeah, bro. In China, you got Hooters, man.
Yeah.
Straight up, in China, you got Hooters. That's Americanization.
And then even here, in a couple of weeks, you're in a couple of weeks. You know what's happening? Popeyes has been fucking opening.
Yeah, they've opened. They've just opened. Wendy's.
Yeah.
They got one in Stratford now.
Yeah. And people here.
They're all gonna be going there and shit. Wendy's. I think that's the one with the Edomite redhead girl with the pigtails.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Wendy's.
And then,
they got one open now, which they had it I think before, but they closed it here.
Okay.
Now they remodeled it.
And then guess what? There's this crackhead chicken spot.
No, you know these chicks here. You're like 20, 30, 50 years behind America, man.
Yeah.
That's Babylon right there, man. They're advanced in that and all that, man.
And then as well,
but it shows that's that Americanization because you got remote places of the world where those things are. If you type in McDonald's, right, what countries is it? It's everywhere. Bro, it's in Nigeria, it's in Zambia, Zaire, it's in Malaysia, it's in Taiwan. You know what I mean? It's in Burma. Ooh, everywhere there's a branch.
Mogadishu.
Yeah, it's in Mogadishu. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, man.
Yo, it's mad. It's in the most remote places. That shit is there. In the most remote places.
Remote places.
That's
Holding-
Americanization, bro.
and even
That's
type in-
Americanization.
type in the word a sin city.
Sin cities.
Yeah, you know, because it's funny, like the because even though that's actually scattered like in the earth, the main one that people like aspire to is in America, man.
Yeah. Vegas.
Yeah, Las Vegas, Sin City. Just type in
What cities are
Wikipedia.
considered sin cities?
yeah. All right, yeah. Just type that.
What cities are considered sin cities? All right, let's click on the 43 rows. All right, Las Vegas isn't the only sin city in America. It says most sinful cities in America. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it says, go on.
Well, you can type that in, but go into one on Wikipedia because it shows you the ones in different countries.
All right.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Okay, so it says Las Vegas isn't the only sin city in America. In other cities, bad things happen and stay there too. From beer-loving Milwaukee to hedonistic New Orleans, the US is filled with people behaving illicitly. No place is innocent. We all have demons.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just read the one on Wikipedia.
Wiki, yeah.
Because in Wikipedia it shows you
Sorry.
that there's others in
All in the
like
world.
scattered in the world.
Alright.
You know?
Sin City description.
Yeah.
Okay, Sin City description. Sin cities in the world. So you got Morocco,
You know,
Marrakesh.
if you start off with like the first point.
Okay, Sin City is an urban for illegal activities which are tolerated. Examples of vices include sex-related services. Straight away, I'm thinking of fucking Holland.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, actually,
Dutchland.
if you type it in, it's actually a part of that.
I'm thinking of Amsterdam.
Yeah,
And
Amsterdam.
but Amsterdam's not the only place.
That's not.
Because
Yeah.
we was out there, bro, was saying there's other spots in Holland that's like even better for that
Yeah.
than
It's called,
Amsterdam.
what the
Like,
the
then
red
Amsterdam-
light district.
Yeah, but there's red light districts, all other spots like that's just the famous known one. But there's other ones. So it says examples of vices including sex-related services, prostitution, strip clubs, sex shops,
Yeah.
gambling, casinos, betting shops, drug use, alcohol.
Okay. Now if you skip down to one around the world, you know.
So there's Morocco, Marrakesh, prostitution,
Africa.
gambling, drinking, clubbing. That's Morocco.
Yeah.
Asia, Azerbaijan, Bahrain, China, and then obviously it's going through the different cities.
Yeah. And lands.
Israel, Tel Aviv,
Tel Aviv. So and
Lebanon, Beirut,
And
Philippines.
in the
Yeah.
Philippines.
Yeah.
But again, the number one sin city like in the world is where?
It's America.
In Vegas, man.
Yeah.
So
that's
again,
the one that everyone. That's the model.
that's where everyone wants to go to, Vegas. So the number one sin city on the planet is in Las Vegas, man.
Yeah.
So that's part of that wine.
Yeah.
You know, it look, because you know why? Because everyone is taking heed to that example,
Yeah.
and they've spread it out. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, man.
That's the point.
That's the point. Yeah.
that was the point. But
But there's so many.
if you go on the list, there's so many other
So many,
countries
it's crazy.
that have built on that same lifestyle and model, which they got from America, man,
Yeah.
which is Babylon. Go ahead.
That was it.
Is there any more points there?
No, that was it. But there's so many.
It's
ridiculous,
So anytime you talk about a sin city,
It's not just one place.
Yeah,
man.
like
It's the
even
world.
here-
It's the world, man. The whole world. The scriptures say the world lieth in sin, man.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
you know. Wow.
Everywhere. It's
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah.
You know? It's alright.
No, it's alright, man. It's alright.
So that's scriptural, you know?
Yeah,
That's actually
yeah.
scriptural, man. My people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
So that's talking about. Well, guess what?
Yeah,
That's-
her illicit activities.
Yeah.
Yeah, her illicit activities.
activities, which makes it what the great city, mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations in the earth, man. It all ties in, because guess what? That the main one that people get like inspired by is Vegas.
Yeah.
the mother of harlots and abomination on the earth. And guess what? She says other countries have taken that wine and be like,
That blueprint.
that and said fuck it. So I'm gonna build the same thing here. For example, here, you know if you go on that list on that we just went through, the Sin City here is in
Soho.
It's Soho. You know, it says that like, on the list. So that shows you come from Babylon. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. It says, come out of her, my people, that you do not partakers of her sin.
Yeah, and so that's talking about when we, Lord willing, get beamed up, man. Get beamed up and don't partake in the plague of the judgment that's gonna come upon them.
Yep.
Right?
And that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
And that main plague is in Zechariah 14, man.
That nukes.
Where it says that their flesh shall be consumed, you know?
Yeah.
Their eyes shall melt in their holes, man.
That's it. That's talking about that nuclear destruction, man. That's a hell of a way to go, man.
Well, that's a terrible way.
Drowning, fire. That's a hell of a way to go, man. Hey, burn your hand on the stove, man. That shit, you know what I mean? You might get a blister there. That hurts, man. So the Most High, that's the plague the Lord's going to bring on this place, man. He's just going to have you melt away. You're going to see yourself melting. Yeah. So it says, yeah, man. That's right. So it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Lord have remembered her iniquities.
Yeah. Shit, I mean, even space. These guys go and pollute space, man.
Corrupt space, yeah, man. They got like space rubbish and all that.
Space rubbish.
But Esau's only going but so far.
He's
anyway.
only going but so
even
far.
that so far he's gone.
He's polluting it.
Yeah. Even that so far he's gone. I was watching some documentary on fast food, bro. And you know, like they.
Okay. Now it's back now.
Go on.
Okay.
Hey, you good? It's gone. They just had some.
Okay. Yeah, it's come back now.
It's back on, yeah. Go on, say what you're saying, right? Because you know we just having.
Yeah.
I was checking it out. That's why that
That's the
happened.
spirit. Okay.
That's all
I
right.
didn't even know
But you know, I just checked a couple seconds before.
Yeah.
It was live, so that just happened.
that just happened. All right, cool.
So we good.
Yeah. So yeah, what was he saying? You saying?
We were saying these elites gonna breed, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna put this spirit upon them
Something.
to have sex and breed more slaves out. They're gonna get beaten up, man.
Yeah.
What you gonna read, bro?
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it here.
Okay, I have
I'll get this one quickly because it's on the point. This is Job. Job, right? 27. And Job 27 and 14 or 13. It says, "This is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword,
yeah,
and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread."
yeah, and that's what's gonna happen, man. You know, if his children be multiplied, well, again, that's why the apostles always say the main reason why there's so many people on the earth now is because there's so many spirits back to die, to get judged, man. But how much so with fucking Esau, man? You know what I mean? There's Edomites in Sweden. You know, like even this, you're like even here in the UK, yeah, I'm loving it, bro. You know why? Because some of these men, you know, you're a supervisor, you're a teacher from school who used to curse you out. If they're alive, they're going into slavery, man.
That's it. Like
Imagine-
these bots.
You know what I mean?
They're ready.
That's the spirit. You know, the spirit kind of has them doing drugs. That's good, man. Because
Like these bots, man.
you gotta have to work hard.
Like it's true when you see these Edomites in the other nation. That's how you got to look at them.
Yeah, they're getting
You got to
themselves.
actually look at them like, you know what? In the not so far future from here, you're gonna be in change.
Yeah, man.
A day in the king's court.
Yeah,
You ever seen that picture?
Yeah.
And it's
Turkey.
It's Esau being led into the king's court, but
Yeah.
they're all in chains.
Yeah.
Whichever brother that is.
Yep.
That's, you know, in his wherever he's situated. Yeah, man. So it says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep.
Yeah, man. So even in slavery, like his own
Them Edomite
wives.
women, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Edomite.
Them Edomites.
Edomites. Yeah, them women are not gonna. It says they're not gonna mourn. They're not gonna weep.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they're gonna be getting popped, bro. What do you think you're gonna be doing? Hey, King David, the Lord. No, sorry, I'm thinking of that story, man. King David told Joab to stay in Edom for like 6 months,
Yeah, just
and he was just fucking slaying Edomite dudes. He said they put to death every male in Edom. So they were putting to Edomites to death over there. And what the fuck were they doing with them Edomite women?
they were getting
They were
popped.
they were just looking at them.
Yeah. Oh, I can't touch it.
Bro, they were
They were
popping
getting-
the hell out of
they
them,
getting
man.
Popped.
Probably brought like hordes of them back
Yeah.
to the camp.
Yeah.
You know, like divvy them out, give them. Hey, that's for King David.
Yeah. You know, yeah.
Because he told Joab to stay there for 6
For
months.
6 months, and he slew all the men.
They were just looking at them Edomite women. They were popping them. Man.
which again,
They were, yeah.
some escaped. You know, so some were already like
Yeah.
in other towns.
Yeah,
So
obviously that because they couldn't put them all to
for the death.
yeah because it wouldn't that
No,
wouldn't fulfill prophecy.
Yeah, because I say that because you know scoffers like
Edomites
vocab.
are done away with.
Scoffers like vocab who try and use that to say you see Edomites got away with. But look, people like in Persia, what's his name, man? Haman, right? He was in Persia, bro. He was just some Edomite that supplanted his way to try and take over the Persians, man.
Yeah, he was there.
He
But
was there.
that proves that people migrate.
Which
Man.
people
are
migrate.
everywhere.
People are everywhere.
That's
Which-
just how it goes, man.
which-
so
yes.
like matter of a zombie. Well, how could black people have Negro people ruled in Britain? Well, people are
People
everywhere.
migrate, man.
Jakes have been in Europe before they ruled.
Yeah.
During the time Japhet being here.
Yeah.
Because even look at it like this, them Japhetic people in the Pacific now today, they once was in Europe.
Yeah, there was once in Europe.
They were in Greece and whatnot.
Yeah.
And all lot in here.
In here,
But now today, the way the world is, people wouldn't think that.
Mhm.
But like you just made a point, Haman was in Persia.
he was in Persia, which that took place right after the time of like King David. So it proves that in that story you made reference to, who was in there for 6 months. That proves all Edomite men who weren't there at that time to be all extinguished.
Yeah.
The only prophecy of them being extinguished is in Obadiah 18, which after that, you know, we can even read that.
So yeah.
No.
So back in Job 27:15 says, "Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widow shall not weep." You know,
Yeah.
that's the
And
future.
in slavery, when
you
you're getting fucked up, man, you do that.
watch, hey bro, watch all them slavery movies. Hey Django, what was Django about? Django was about he was trying to find these women.
his woman, trying to
He
find
went
his
through
woman.
different plantations trying to find these women.
Yeah.
And you see the scene when the Edomite had her in that. You see that box?
Yeah.
It's like a coffin.
Yeah.
It was a punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was what that was about. You know, you gotta see those movies
And
because
you
it kind of shows you these things.
What
So that
you
was
think-
going on with Jake. So what? That ain't gonna happen with Esau.
Goodbye, Uncle Tom, man.
Come on, man.
And then even, I'm not mistaken. I'm
That
sure.
happened with Jake, but it ain't gonna happen to Esau though.
I'm sure that happened in Roots, or was it Roots the 12 Years a Slave, where he was there and they came and raped his bird. They came in the night and he just took his bird, no, and they raped her and brought her back.
I can't
You know?
remember.
I think it was either it was Roots or
But
12 Years a Slave.
it's in all of
Yeah,
them.
I've watched. You know when you watch so many of them slavery movies,
And you
it's
gotta
true.
watch them to like show you, you know, like to, put that fire stick in
Fire
you.
you.
That should anger you.
Oh well.
You should really want when you see that you should want to do that back.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
real.
Yeah.
When you see that, you should want to do that back. You shouldn't want to see Esau happy.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
But some of Edomites can make
no,
it.
fuck that, bro.
Five.
What
A
do you-
remnant.
Fuck that, bro. What do you mean five? Well, if one Edomite makes it, they can bring back the whole nation.
That's right.
You know? Fuck that, bro.
Right? There's one of them scriptures. There's one in Kings where it says they revolted.
Yeah.
Then they come up from under that yoke.
Yeah.
So that will always happen because why? You know what? And it ain't because people are so strong and whatnot. It's just Jacob and Esau. It's that
permanent-
never ending.
That permanent hate.
Exactly. You know. This is what was you call for? Did you call for something?
I did call for something.
Oh, I got something quickly for you. Yeah? All right. Revelation 13:9, it says, any man have an ear, let him hear. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Yeah.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yeah.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So the scripture says, he that leadeth into slavery must go into slavery. Man. So slavery is coming back, man.
Yeah.
All right, and guess what? It's
And it ain't really even ever gone anywhere. It's still here.
It's still here. It just
People still-
transferred ownership.
Well, bro, there's people getting put in businesses and shit.
Yeah.
But they still putting people in captivity, bro.
Like even
Forcible labor.
even in a I remember there was a story.
So that
of
shit's
a,
going on today.
I remember there was a story of a lady from Ghana. You tried to go to over there in Saudi Arabia, them places to start a new life, and basically they just took her passport from her, and told her you're in debt to us now, so you have to work to pay it back, and she could never pay it back, and she was being like whipped. She was being whipped, demons. Man. She was being whipped, and basically eventually she died.
What's that?
Yeah, what the hell was that? Man?
Go on, man. It's true, yeah.
She was being whipped in captivity in Saudi Arabia and died. You know, so slavery's still going on.
To
right?
this day, man.
But guess what? It's
So
coming back. And guess what? Hey, get Psalms 2, bro.
It never gets. That's how the cycle goes, man.
Cause it's scripture. You
One
know?
goes up, another goes down.
And that still Psalm
Another goes
75 and 7.
Yeah.
And that one, brother.
You want Psalms 2 and 1.
Psalms 2.
And one goes up, another goes down.
Yeah. Oh, I even.
That's how the cook. You know, it's what I'm
That's
saying.
how the cookie
Crumbles, man. Yeah, it's true. If there's one a ruler, someone's got to be in the captive. Like right now, we're in the captive seat, but we're gonna be the ones in the.
Two kings can't sit on one throne, brother.
Exactly.
You know,
And the
the
elites know that.
Regiments come
The
to
elites
power.
know that, man.
Yeah.
This is. It says.
Two
this is-
kings can't sit on one throne, brother.
Yeah. It says. It says Psalm 2 and 1. It says, "Why do the heathens rage and the people imagine that exactly they do exactly? It's true. And right now you got the Frankenstein in the
Man.
seat, man.
Yeah.
That's them Rothschilds, man. The DuPonts. They're some Frankenstein freaks, man. That's why the society is the way it is. You have Frankenstein whack pots ruling it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is Psalms 2 and 1. It says, "Why do the heathens rage?" And that's another thing you got to remember. Esau's a heathen, man.
Yeah, he's a. He's the
People
chief
looking at
heathen.
Edomites that they exalt them.
They're the
Or
chief
like
heathen.
they'll exalt Raoul from Spain. Who's just some Edomite. Oh, he's so too dark and handsome.
Yeah.
And he's an Edomite.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
red, hairy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Red and hairy and whatever.
Yeah.
Raoul, but because he's got that exotic name,
And plays football.
That's Ricardo from Spain.
Oh,
But he's just
fucking Edom, man.
from Spain.
But he's got a style and plays football.
Really, all that
And he's shit at
all
football.
that Spanish culture and history goes back to Jake anyway.
Yeah, Jake,
And we can go into that. All the Sicilian culture, Italian, it all goes back to Jake. Esau stole all of that. So this is Psalms 2 and 1. It says, "Why do the heathens rage?" And even all the stuff in Europe, Poland, Russia, all of that goes back to Jake, man. This is Psalm 2 and 1. It says, "Why do the heathens rage?" And the people imagine a vain thing.
And that vain thing is that, like for example, in China, they believe after like America falls down, so
They're gonna be the ones.
they're gonna come in power, or as it says in Psalms, come forth and cut them off from being a nation. You know, so that's a vain thing, man. Right?
Yep. It says, "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together."
Yeah,
against-"
see, that's that Psalms. What's that? Psalms 83.
That's that UN.
Yeah, they're meetings.
Right
They meet. Oh, come let's, you know, and then really,
Yeah, because they know that who the Israelites are.
That's it.
basically. They know who Jake is.
you know what I mean?
You know,
Yeah.
the only people that don't know who
You
the
see,
Israelites
Israel
are
is
is Israel.
They're the
Yeah.
ones. Just the only people that don't know who is.
The only people that don't know who they are is you Jakes, man. You know, you're just lost out here, man.
Oh, what they should just say? The ox knoweth his master, the ass his master's crib.
But Israel
Israel
doth not know.
My people don't
And they
consider.
don't even consider.
They don't
Even with all that's going on now
Yeah.
in the world, they still don't consider.
That's deep, man. The scripture
It
says
is,
you
it
actually
is.
don't even consider, like, you know what? You know, like,
But it's a spiritual block.
it's a spiritual block.
It's a spiritual block.
It's Isaiah 6.
So it says, It says the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together.
So that's them like them. You're like them deeper meetings, them deeper kind of councils, man. Right? That ain't publicized at times.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's it. So it says, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed.
So
saying,
they're actually having counsels against the Lord.
but you
And
got
against
angels in there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
will
got
take it,
angels
yeah.
up in there, man.
Yeah.
Go on, man.
But what does it say? That they take counsel against the Lord and against his anointed, which is Israel. They're actually having meetings they're actually seeing us. And then even here, they actually might see our, they actually be seeing our camp heads, our some brothers' videos and like, him, that's what they're doing, man. Because this truth is crumbling. Like the apostles and elders on down have been prophesying this for long years.
The place is crumbling
Crumbling.
because of the word. You know what I mean? That's why the elites are going with they're pushing that agenda harder. Man. You know? Because why? Because they're going down, man.
Going down,
Esau's
Above
on his
and
way
on,
up.
go on,
Listen,
go
if you
on.
can't see Esau's done, you are yourself.
You're a meeting.
You gotta die too, man. Straight, bro. You gotta get nuked too, man. Or get drafted to Kuwait.
Yeah.
Get drafted to fucking not even just Yemen or something.
Yeah.
Get drafted to Yemen and just catch a fucking bullet, man, in the noodle, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like.
It just fucking that is true. Because if you don't know the truth, you're just useless, really.
Yeah.
What use is there for you? You just gotta just be
gotta
used
die.
for. Yeah.
Like even me,
Yeah.
I have a family that's joined the fucking army, and I told him the truth a couple years ago. And like, it's funny, like, so now he's a part of it. He's all puffed up and proud. Like, yes, I'm in the army. And like
With that beret.
Yeah, and people so
And it's gold. It's
and
got
it's
the gold shield.
Yeah, and then everyone's like, oh yes.
It's like going. It's like that's like a university.
It's uni, yeah.
When you walk in your mum's house, you might have the picture of your brother of the scroll.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's the same
but with
thing.
the army uniform.
Yeah.
You know.
So even him, anytime I say
He's a Navy boy.
Yeah, him. Anytime I think of him, I say in my head, this nigga don't know he's gonna fucking die, man. Like now he's like, hey bro, I'm going out. I'm like,
He's gonna get blown up, man. And that's not just him. That's all you fucks into Esau's system, man. You're gonna get drafted in. You're gonna get sent out there
and die.
Plus, a lot of them have already got the mark, bro. And then there's dissension even among them because some don't want. Yeah. But anyway, let's read this. Right? And we'll close up soon. Yeah. So it says, and the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
So that's really perfect, more or less. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it says, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
So he gonna laugh. He gonna laugh because he's like, look, man, this vain, bro. Can you imagine? There's actually Ammonites out there with money. Blacks, let's kill black,
Yeah.
But they're just there with the short fucking Ammonite is 4'11". Yeah, 9 of these people. But
they're vain.
They're
It's
vain.
vain. But another thing you gotta remember as well, we're saying it, bro. They're just heathens.
They're just heathens.
That's what it is. They're just heathens. So they don't have an upright spirit. They're warped anyway.
These Edomite were gonna get scooped up,
They
man.
don't get scooped, bro. See what I'm saying, man? Yeah, man.
Let's come my
You see, it's people I'm telling you,
The
even
spirit had
them
them look
pro-black
back, man.
Israelites, they'll leap on that. She'll leap on that. Them big dudes with spikes and that. Come on, man. You telling me you saw that naked? They're gonna pop that. Come on, man. A lot of them probably already do pop Edomite chicks. It's that pro-black Israelites shit. But whatever, anyway, man. That's something else. Yeah, even like them Ammonite women and that. Say me, you ain't gonna wanna pop them.
I'm gonna grab them by a fucking heel.
Ammonite
Pick her
women's, Shaphitic women's, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Go ahead.
He said, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. It says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
Yeah.
The Lord shall have them in derision.
Yeah, so basically, they're gonna be confounded, man. you know, and just basically like all their hopes of their plans, it's not gonna come to pass, man. All these 50, 60, 70-year plans, it's not gonna happen. I have a quick one before you go. This is Psalm 75 and 6. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another.
Exactly. So the Lord sets up who rules, man. You know? He puts down one and setteth up, and then said he's the judge.
He's the judge.
You got, it's funny because the apostles, they were bringing this out. Like, when you go to Esau's courtroom, Jake and that, they always go to suit, yes, your honor. And you know, they're like, they like, the geezer's the worst dude on the planet, but then when he's up in front of, he is the Most High is the judge, but most people don't even want to, you tell them the biblical things, they don't want to hear it. But then it's true, because the same court you go into, man, what do they make you swear on? The scriptures.
Like on the Bible.
They make you swear on the Bible, man.
And even the scripture, it says what?
But then when you hear anything from it, nah, that can't be true. But then when they go to Esau's judges, bro, you go up into the court, you watch these clowns in the court, man. They got their suits on, they got their dicky bow tie. You know what I'm saying? They got the bow tie and they're speaking to the judge like they're Harvard students. You know? Yes, judge. You know? But what did that say there? It says he that's the judge of the Most High, he sets up the rules.
He puts them down.
But the point what I'm saying is that they look at Esau like he's the great be all and end all. But it's the Most High, man. He puts you up. Esau's a base man.
Yes.
Bro, you go up in the same court you go to, the same judge. He's a fucking, he pops kids in King's Cross. You know, that's known. Judges in Britain pop children in King's Cross. That's known. Or they'll go to the Philippines and freak off on kids. That's known, man. And that's the Edomite thing. So that's known, man. So anyway, let's read this here. So it says, this is Psalms 2, right? You know, you gotta let these clowns, you gotta give them that. They know the deal, man. And that's true.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna look up to, like Esau ain't the judge, man. Esau's a heathen, bro. So it says, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
Yeah, which if you go into that, it basically means to mock. So that's the same thing he has said in, what's that, Isaiah 40, is it 45 or 47? Stand now with that enchantments. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, it says, then shall they speak. Yeah, man, it's true, man. It's true. So anyway, then shall they speak unto them. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Sion. I will declare the decree. The Lord said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, ask of the Most High, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
So
they are inheritance.
So that's why in Romans 8 it says that we're joint heirs, right? In Revelation 25. So our inheritance is these nations, man. So like, imagine that, like, you know how a family member might die, and you might get the car and the house. And,
yeah.
Well,
they're arguing for a fucking 3-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Or something.
They're fighting over that. Well, part of our
mom left that to me, or dad left that to me.
Because mom didn't like you.
Yeah.
All that.
Look at that, like, yeah.
Well, realistically,
the family will.
Family will and all that shit. Well, like, if we're being real here, you heathen are actually our inheritance, man. So when you look at these Edomites, especially,
that's how you gotta look at them.
You don't be like, oh, Mr. White Man, like, you know these gooks do, white man.
Yeah.
Well, really, you're fucking slaves, man.
It's true, man. Hey, Bruce Lee was feeling Esau, man. You seen that clip, man, when he's arguing with Linda in Hong Kong, and she said, look, let's go back to America, and that's the spirit, isn't it? That's the spirit. He said, that's the spirit, though.
That's the spirit.
He's telling me.
What to you, Amon?
Yeah, man. Paying too, bro.
Yeah, big girl.
Anyway, he goes, yeah. I think that is, yeah. He goes, yeah. Bruce was feeling it. Bruce was like, why the hell would I go back to America when we're somebody here in Hong Kong? And she was trying to make him go back to America. And he goes, and you know, he goes, sorry, Mr. White Man, and he's doing a joke, innit? Then he broke the fucking. Broke the cupboard. He's
I should remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, man. He's yeah, because his thing was fuck that. Like that man over there telling me I'm nothing.
Yeah.
Referring to Esau.
Yeah.
But then I'm I'm somebody here. He's saying it's true. So he was.
I should remember that.
So he was basically saying, look, man, I don't give a fuck about them Edomites, man. You're making me. You want me to go back there with my kids
and fucking bow.
Come on. It's true. You down here, you're looking at. You know what? When Jake die and be born in the kingdom, they're gonna realize how backward they were. They're worshipping these fucking weirdo Amalekites as if they're the people of the Lord. Like
freaks.
You put in Esau, or even the fact that, you know, like we grew up with that Cesare image. That's a shame, really. You put in an image of an Edomite in your house. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Well, you see, there's a scene. Me and the brother, we laugh at. Me and his brother, we check it. There's a scene in that Malcolm X movie, and he's putting conch on his hair.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a chemical.
Yeah.
Then they'll straighten it.
Yeah,
then they'll put their hair in water because it's burning.
Yeah,
and when it's water's on it, it's straightened.
Yeah.
And then he went, look at me and the brother. He goes, ooh, smooth. The other guy went like that to him. And then he went. Then he must have went, looks white, don't it? He said. And then he said to his boy, looks like an Edomite, don't it? He said. You're gonna be like, you know, when you wake up from that, that's like a shame.
Yeah, or like these niggas with like.
Niggas, you got like a fro and all that.
He's got blue contact.
It's true, bro. You don't see that. You know what I'm saying, man?
No,
but it's
bro.
true. You go. You have to see that scene is dope, bro. That seems fire, man.
You know,
But you're gonna wake up from that. You're like, shit, man had Esau, an image of Esau in the house, like. Or man's trying to be like Esau, you know, trying to copy that image. You know what I'm saying? So it says, ask of me and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the utmost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
See, that's a direct precept to Revelation 2:25.
Yeah.
That's a direct precept.
Yeah.
You know, the scripture says that. So thou shalt beat them
With a rod of iron.
with a rod of iron. And that's what we're going to be fucking be doing to you people.
Yeah, man, you gotta see that scene. He goes, he looks at his way, looks white, don't it? He says, you know? Ooh, smooth. He says, looks, you know? Because you put that chemicals and all that shit. And it's true. Even
That's
you
why
see,
it says,
even you see
some
today.
shall wait to everlasting.
You see a lot. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It says some shall wait to everlasting life, which starts from now.
Never lot. Some.
Shame and contempt.
You know, sometimes you see, a lot of times you be seeing now as well, one of them new things, which has always happened. You know, Jake dye their hair blonde.
They look fucking stupid.
Or they might get the dreads and they put blonde in it.
Yeah,
And it's all here, it's all
on
blonde.
the tips, on the tips.
Yeah,
That's fucking
it's
stupid.
ridiculous. Like
It's heathenistic.
it does, man.
And,
It
like,
says,
and again, like, even the actual way a person looks is a part of their culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for example, them dreads go back to them East Indians, man. And it was a cultural practice. For example, you know, us, we have the beards,
yeah,
right?
That's an Israelite thing.
That's an Israelite thing. It's a part of our cultural kind of practice. Like, for example, we are like, obviously back when we was in our power, Jake wear fringes of border blue. They have that what's it called, the relief of the Jake kid coming out, going into the Syrian captivity. And you see the Jakes with the beards and braids,
Yeah,
with garments, man.
but that's what I was gonna
With
say.
border blue.
I was gonna say, even when you look at like busts of Roman emperors or whatever,
Yeah.
you can tell the difference
Between the Jake ones.
and the Edomite one.
Yeah.
You can see, or even if you see a mural or paintings and stuff, you can see it's a Jake.
Yeah.
You know, even the statues Esau has that are like chipped and broken apart and whatever. You can see the Jake ones,
Yeah,
man.
you can see the Jake ones.
The features, the beard, or you know, there might be the hair and what,
And the fro.
and they might have them low froze
And the nose chipped.
Yeah, and then you see the beard and stuff. Yeah,
Again, so the point is, it's like, you know, like, these are Jakes who have these long hair and these
Long
these,
tips.
these twists and shit.
yeah,
They're acting as a fucking like a heathen, man.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're taking part. The scripture says, learn not the ways of the heathen, man.
Yeah,
You know?
not the ways of the heathen.
Like for example, shape ups go back to Egypt, man.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So if you're doing that, you're fucking
Like bald heads.
Yeah, bald heads. Egypt, man.
Because all them they basketballers and
Yeah,
promote
they
that.
got a bald
When you
head
see that, yeah, the bald head with makeup.
with makeup.
They
That's
might
the
wear that
Egyptian.
fucking. They might wear that thing there, and their head's bald and shiny.
The eyeliners.
Dude
and
can
shit.
grow hair, but he cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shows and a person so might think, oh, come on, man, it's just clothes, just a look. No, it's a part of your cultural fucking identity.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Go to East India, man.
Yeah.
They wear. What do they wear? They wear their regalia. Everyone wears. That's all. That's what that is.
So like,
You can.
yeah.
It's a marker.
It's a marker of who they are. That's the point. That's why Jake have the fringes on border blue. So a person will say, even if you don't know his name, you're like, okay, man, that's the Israelite. Because he has his beard, he has his hair,
That's it.
and he has the fringes on border blue.
No,
But then-
even go to check them East Indians out, man. Or Elam and shit. Elam and that. They wear their regalia, man.
That's it.
You can tell that. Oh, that's a Hindu.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
And-
That's
and-
a
and-
Sikh. Like a Sikh will wear a turban.
Yeah, a turban.
Yeah.
And then you know what? It further proves why in the time of Acts and Paul, they got mad when those this guy's got a bald head, bro. What are you doing? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was pissing them off.
Yeah.
Go ahead anyway.
Yeah. It says, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. It says, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Mhm.
Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling.
Yeah, and that applies onto us because the scripture says what? The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, man. So when we're finally establishing our rulership, hey, these fucking people, these heathens are going to be our slaves. But guess what? This kingdom has to fall first.
And it is.
And it is. Second Ezra 6 and 9.
Every time we go out to push this word, that's a sign that's falling, man.
Yeah. The scripture says in Revelation 7, hold the winds to the silver serpents. So as you push more in this word and more of them being sealed, it's a step closer to the end.
Oh, man.
Even Apostle Tar said he
Even,
believed
you know,
in sealed.
even Stevie Wonder can see this place be going down. Yeah, like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder that
Him can't see, but he can see.
you can't see, but he can see. Even Stevie Wonder can see this place out of here, man. Hey, you know what, man? You got some more you want to say? Yeah, you want to bring something else
Oh,
up?
this is Revelation 2.
Bring it out. We'll close up with it. Revelation 2:25, yeah?
But that which you have.
Okay, Revelation 2 and 25. Alright? Revelation 2:25 it says, but that which ye have, hold fast till I come.
Yeah, so that's his truth, man. That's why, you know, it's important to pray to the Lord to put the spirit upon us to hold it. Just hold on, you know?
Yeah.
That's what it's about, man. Just holding on, Lord willing.
But you never judge.
Yeah. And it says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Yeah, and in Revelation, what's that? I think it's 11 where it says, and
The nations,
they overcame the beast and the image by the blood of the Lamb.
yeah.
This is Revelation 11.
Yeah. It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken
Yeah,
to shivers.
which proves it's not that which proves because if you overcome, you're gonna have power over the nations, bro.
Yeah.
So it excludes them, bro. Yeah.
That's right. And then it says,
Check if it's
and it says, even as I receive, it says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
That's it. That's it. So it's according to the Heavenly Father's will, man. You know what I mean? Do you have anything else, bro?
That's it. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, man.
So with that, man, we're gonna say all praises be
To
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash. Double pastors and elders, a great moonstone. So next time we're gonna say
Shalom, Akyam.
Shalom. Lord willing, you been edified. Oh, that's the spirit, because you know the that scripture was posted on Lost.
Okay.
That's spirit.